Straight ahead on News 10 NBC, the Army is investigating the death of a Western New York soldier that was found dead at Fort Bragg. Plus, a massive fire in Genesee County keeps firefighters busy for hours this afternoon. Those stories coming up next.
This is WHEC TV, proudly serving Rochester. News 10 NBC starts right now.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The Army is investigating the death of a local soldier found dead at an Army base in North Carolina. We're told that soldier is from Orleans County. She also spent many of her childhood years in Genesee County. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Mobilia. The Orleans Hub is reporting 21-year-old paratrooper Shayna Schmeigel was found unresponsive Friday after a night jump at Fort Bragg. We're told Schmeigel enlisted in the Army 4 years ago after graduating from Medina High School in 2010. A friend of Schmeigel told the Orleans Hub she was just promoted to sergeant in January. Officials say her family has not been told the details of her death yet, other than it was a training exercise. Now to our other top story, a deli goes up in flames in Genesee County and crews from 14 departments responded. We're told 3 firefighters were taken to the hospital, but they're all expected to be okay. It happened on Route 63 in Pavilion. Crews were battling the massive flames all afternoon and into the evening. Fire officials say the fire was so bad they had to shut down a portion of the road for several hours. Rachel Spots has been on scene all afternoon. She joins us with the very latest.
You're looking at an active scene right now. After hours of battling the blaze, crews are now getting ready to tear down this building behind me that's been a staple of Pavilion since the 1800s.
It's a terrible loss to the community.
Heavy smoke and flames blazing as firefighters from 14 departments across 3 counties battle the fire at a combined apartment complex and deli in Pavilion. Tara Laurie and Mark Fiskus live upstairs.
Pictures are gone, memories are gone, and we have to restart our lives.
Fire officials say an electrical short in the attic caused the fire. It took over 5 hours for crews to get it under control. Everyone made it out safe, but the extreme heat and smoke did cause problems.
There's been 3 firefighters gone to the hospital for heat exhaustion.
Firefighters were able to keep the flames from spreading to the buildings on either side, but they say the damage is so bad this building will need to be demolished. And for many, that's hard to swallow.
As far back as I can remember, it's been here. Hangout place for high schoolers for midterms and final exams and everything else.
As you can see, this battle is far from over. I'm told fire crews will be out here well into the night to make sure the fire doesn't flare up again. And as long as they're here, so will the dozens of people who've come from all over the community to show their support. Reporting in Pavilion, Rachel Spots, News 10 NBC.
Rachel Spots in Pavilion with our report tonight. Thank you, Rachel. Tragedy strikes in Wyoming County after police say a hiker fell several hundred feet to his death. It happened around 6 o'clock last night on Falls Road in the town of Sheldon. We're told 25-year-old Stephen Wagner was trying to find a place to rappel with his friend when he lost his footing and fell about 300 feet down the ravine into the water below. Police say the investigation is ongoing, but it appears to be an accident. A man is due in federal court tomorrow morning after the FBI says he was arrested at the Hudson Avenue Walmart. A spokeswoman for the FBI tells us Mufid Elfki was arrested around 3 yesterday by the Joint Terrorism Task Force. We're told the charges against him are sealed, but officials say the arrest is related to guns. The specific charges will be revealed in federal court tomorrow morning at 11:30. New tonight, a 49-year-old man is sent to the hospital after police say he was stabbed multiple times on the city's northwest side. It happened around 7:40 this evening on Driving Park Avenue. Our camera crew saw a man and a woman being taken away from the home in separate ambulances. Police say when they arrived, they found a man with minor stab wounds to the upper body. He was taken to Strong Hospital. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is ongoing. Tonight, Senator Chuck Schumer is proposing a new database to keep children safe from adults who have criminal backgrounds. The proposed federal database would allow youth organizations to check the criminal backgrounds of adults who want to volunteer or work with children. Schumer says under the current law, most children's organizations only have access to the state database. He proposes establishing a national system with access to FBI fingerprint checks and crime information from other states. For 28 years, the Jim Kelly Celebrity Golf Classic has raised money for local children's charities. Tonight, for the first time, Kelly was unable to attend the charity gala as he continues his battle with oral cancer. Sports director Justin Granite was in Buffalo for the event and has an update on Kelly's health.
Jim Kelly first announced to the public that he has jaw cancer last year at a celebrity golf outing. A year later, during the peak of his battle, Jim is currently in the hospital, unable to attend his golf outing gala. His brother Dan spoke on his behalf.
Jim is still recovering at ECMC. He didn't go home like it may have been reported. He needs to get healthy. And it was to his best interest to make sure he stayed in the hospital and get as strong as he can.
A few hundred people gathered at tonight's event. Jim in everyone's thoughts as he will remain at ECMC for another week before going home. The chemo and radiation treatments are complete. Now it's a 6 to 8 week recovery process before an MRI is taken to see if the cancer has been eradicated. Andre Reed is one of Jim's closest friends. He's witnessed the treatments taking its toll.
You know, Superman would transform, I think, with this. So, again, we're just all in his heart and his prayers. We're praying for him, and that's all you can do at this point. You can't do anything else, and we just hope that he gets better.
This little bracelet that Jill gave me says it all. Kelly's strong. That's what he is. So there's no reason to believe that he'll be anything but that.
Kelly strong. If anyone knows how true those words are, it's his head coach.
He's fighting wonderfully. At least he's passed now his radiation and chemotherapy treatments, and we just keep hoping for the best right now.
Jim will not be on the course tomorrow. Several current players and his brother Dan will be shaving their heads to raise money for Camp Good Days. From the Jim Kelly Golf Outing Gala, Justin Granite, News 10 NBC Sports.
Thanks, Justin, for that report. Tomorrow's golf outing will take place at Terry Hills in Batavia. Now, even though Jim Kelly couldn't be there tonight for the gala, he's still showing his support for local children. Last night, Jill Kelly posted this picture of her husband, Jim, on her Instagram with his head shaved. If you'd like to donate to Kelly for Kids, we've put a link on our website, WHEC.com. Time for a quick look at your News 10 NBC forecast. Your hometown weather expert Josh Kozlowski is in for Josh Nichols tonight. Josh, looks like smooth sailing for our morning commute, right?
Nice little pun there, Jen. Yeah, a lot of areas were out taking their boat out today with maybe their sails out there as well. But anyways, yeah, tomorrow we're going to be cooking with the temperatures. We do have a small chance of some rain, though. Let's take a quick look here at what's coming up with our weather headlines. Yeah, tonight, another comfortable night. Not as cold as last night's 40s. But tomorrow, we got temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Then we're going to cook into the 80s, summertime heat. More clouds and cooler weather during the middle part of the week. And yeah, right now, it's like next weekend, warm and sunny. Could be the third nice weekend in a row we've had here in a long time. Live Doppler 10's nice and quiet tonight. All's good there. We'll be tracking, though, on the radar, some showers and a couple of storms perhaps later tomorrow afternoon and evening. Right now it's 67 at the airport, and our Weather Bug Network showing many temperatures tonight in the 60s as well. We'll let you know how warm we're going to get tomorrow and how the next 7 days will plan out with temperatures too. It's all coming up later on the show. Jen?
All right, thank you, Josh. Well, we asked and you answered. All of us here at News 10 NBC want to thank all of you who tuned in, called in, and donated to the Golisano Children's Hospital Telethon. This year was a huge success. The total is in more than $4 million raised. The money raised is going toward the brand new hospital that's being built. All weekend long, people have been showing their support for the everyday miracles that go on at Strong. Up next, celebrating the success of women in America. Some top female political leaders were in Western New York today, pushing for more women to have their voices heard. Celebrating the success of women in America and pushing for more women to get out and vote. Today, female representatives kicked off their tour for women in Seneca Falls, where the first ever Women's Rights Convention was held. The tour, called When Women Succeed, America Succeeds, highlights the challenges women face, like equal pay for equal work, raising the minimum wage and affordable child care. For more information on the tour, just head to our website, WHEC.com. Well, a little girl is battling leukemia for a second time. Last month, we showed you little Avery and her friend getting their hair cut together because Avery was afraid of losing her hair. Today, a fundraiser was held for Avery and her family to help cover the mounting medical bills. Hundreds of people gathered at the Titus Tavern in Irondequoit today to support little Avery Sinisu. The 7-year-old was diagnosed with leukemia in 2011. Doctors thought she beat the disease, but 2 months ago, she relapsed.
It was devastating. Never thought that this would return. We thought that she was doing well and that she was on her way to being a healthy 7-year-old little girl, and it was just unbelievable to hear that it was back.
Avery's cancer may be back, but the community wants Avery and her family to know they're not alone. More than 185 baskets were raffled off at the fundraiser. There was also live music, food, a magician, balloon animals, and bagpipers.
It's been very difficult. It's a very difficult, long road, and we have been, just having a hard time, but this support that we're getting from the community has been so helpful and so overwhelming that it helps us get through the hard times.
Avery will finish chemotherapy in August, then undergo a bone marrow transplant to hopefully rid her body of the leukemia cells. The event organizer says she hopes to raise enough money to help cover the family's travel expenses.
They're most likely either going to have to travel to Philadelphia, possibly Florida, for the bone marrow transplant. Neither parent is able to work right now. They're both teachers. One's always at the hospital and one is always with Addie, which is the younger daughter.
Now, if you'd like to help Avery and her family, we've put a link on our website, WHEC.com. Just click on this story.